If you're thinking about snagging the Hori Overdrive Racing Wheel for your Xbox Series XS or PC to level up your sim racing game, hold on tight, because I'm about to spill the real tea on this popular racing wheel. But here's what surprised me. Despite its polished look and official Xbox licensing, the Hori Overdrive Racing Wheel isn't quite the dream setup many expect. In fact, there are some serious issues under the hood that could seriously cramp your racing style. So buckle up, because I'm breaking down everything you need to know before hitting that buy button. Whether you're a casual racer or a hardcore simulation junkie, stay tuned. There's a twist coming that might just change your mind. Let's kick things off with a quick overview. The Hori Overdrive Racing Wheel promises a full-size wheel experience optimized for authentic racing simulation. It boasts a 270-degree turn radius with adjustable output options, sturdy clamp mounting, and compatibility with Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and Windows 10. It's officially licensed by Microsoft, too, which sounds like a slam dunk for quality and reliability. Right. Well, not so fast. The build feels solid with steel clamps and a weighted pedal set designed to replicate real-life driving, but the devil's in the details. Overselling the authentic part might set some unrealistic expectations. And here's a fun little joke. Why do racing wheels never get lost? Because they always take the right turn. But with the Hori Overdrive, sometimes that right turn just doesn't feel right. Diving deeper into the core, the Hori Overdrive offers a cool feature. You can switch between 270-degree and 180-degree turn ratios on the fly, supposedly to match different racing styles and games. Sounds great, but in practice, this adjustment sometimes feels clunky and unintuitive. There's a noticeable dead zone despite claims of dead zone customization, which means your inputs aren't as crisp or accurate as you'd want. If you're into competitive racing games like Forza Motorsport or F1, that kind of delay can cost you precious seconds. The pedals, while hefty and more stable than some cheaper models, have inconsistent sensitivity, especially the brake pedal, which feels spongy rather than progressive. That's a bit like trying to brake a Ferrari with roller skates. Still, you do get paddle shifters that offer decent tactile feedback and don't rattle excessively, which is a nice plus for manual transmission lovers. Now, before you click away thinking this is all doom and gloom, who exactly is this wheel for? Well, if you're a beginner or a casual gamer looking for an entry-level racing experience without dropping hundreds on a top-tier sim wheel, the Hori Overdrive has its merits. It plugs directly into your Xbox or PC, sets up quickly without fiddly software, and provides a more immersive feel than a standard controller. That said, it's not for those expecting full-on pro-level precision or realistic force feedback, because the Hori Overdrive doesn't have force feedback at all. Yep, no shaking, no resistance, nothing to mimic the gritty feel of asphalt, which is a huge limitation for sim enthusiasts chasing realism. Here's a quick story to illustrate. I once borrowed a friend's Logitech G920 after testing the Hori Overdrive, and the difference was night and day. The Logitech's force feedback made every turn, collision, and curb feel visceral. The Hori, by comparison, was like playing on a steering wheel made of plastic wrapped in cotton candy. It's decent if you just want immersive visuals and a step up from a controller, but hardcore racers will quickly find it lacking. On the bright side, the construction is robust enough to withstand some aggressive gameplay, and the clamp system ensures it stays securely in place, even during those heated moments when you're yelling at the screen. Alright, time for another joke. Why did the racing wheel break up with the pedals? Because they just didn't have the right connection. Seriously though, the connectivity on the Hori Overdrive is plug-and-play with USB, which makes it hassle-free. But the lack of software customization means you're stuck with preset profiles and limited tuning options. If you're someone who loves tweaking your gear to the nth degree, this might feel restrictive. Plus, the wheel's speed variability can sometimes be too twitchy or too dull without a sweet spot, so dialing in your perfect setting can become frustrating. On that same note, the LED indicator lights for mode settings are helpful, but can feel a little gimmicky since they don't really add functional value during gameplay. So how about reliability? The Hori Overdrive has generally solid reviews with an average Amazon rating of 4.4 stars, but a deep dive into user feedback reveals some recurring gripes. Some users have reported early wear on the pedals, weird calibration glitches, and occasional USB connection hiccups, especially on Windows 10. If you're planning long sessions, consider how these issues might affect your gaming flow. There's nothing worse than mid-race problems forcing a restart or recalibration. On the flip side, the customer support from Hori is responsive, and replacement parts are available if you encounter major malfunctions. That's a relief if you want peace of mind for your purchase. By now you're probably wondering, with all these caveats, is it worth it? That's a fair question. Here's the twist. While the Hori Overdrive lacks certain advanced features like force feedback and extensive customization, it offers a comfortable, budget-friendly setup that beats using a controller any day. It's an upgrade for casual racers who want better immersion without dumping a fortune on premium sim wheels. And its official Microsoft licensing guarantees compatibility. If you're the kind of gamer who enjoys racing games for fun and doesn't obsess over razor-sharp precision, this wheel quietly checks a lot of boxes. But before we wrap up, here's another nugget for you. The wheel's 270-degree rotation range is actually pretty generous for its price range, and switching to 180 degrees for tighter tracks is a neat touch. You just have to manage your expectations about the overall feel and feedback. It's not a life-changing upgrade, but it's honest and respectable for what it is. And because the pedals come with solid foot pads, you get decent grip on your setup, even if the brake pedal could behave better. Imagine driving a bumper car but feeling like you're really steering. It's somewhere around that vibe. Here's a closing joke to leave you smiling. Why don't racing wheels ever get tired? Because they always go full throttle. And speaking of full throttle, if you want the best price on the Hori Overdrive Racing Wheel, check the link in the description below. I've got you covered with Amazon's latest deal. To sum it all up, the Hori Overdrive Racing Wheel is a solid choice if you're on a budget and want a genuine upgrade from a plain controller with easy setup and good build quality. However, if you crave professional-grade features like true force feedback, super precise pedal sensitivity, and advanced customization, this wheel might leave you wanting more. It's a dependable entry-level option, officially licensed and designed with beginner to intermediate gamers in mind, but not a perfect fit for hardcore sim racers. So, should you buy the Hori Overdrive? If you want a sturdy, full-sized racing wheel with decent pedals without breaking the bank, it's worth serious consideration. Just don't expect it to magically transform your sim racing into a pro setup. For most casual players, it represents excellent value and a fun way to get deeper into racing games. And thanks to its official licensing and compatibility across Xbox and Windows platforms, you won't have to worry about connectivity drama. Remember, every product has its highs and lows, but the Hori Overdrive paints a pretty honest picture. A budget-friendly wheel that doesn't pretend to be the next big sim racing revolution, but delivers a reliable, immersive gaming experience that's perfect for beginners and weekend gamers alike. Grab the Hori Overdrive Racing Wheel now with the best price at Amazon, link in the description, and enjoy your ride.